Hello, Professor Halsey here, and I want to get a video out to you because I missed our normal live hour last night, and want to share this week's video with you. And if there's anything that you need help with, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. So this will be our week 6, project 7-6. And I'll start by downloading this start file. I'm not going to open it because I don't have Outlook 2019 on my computer, so I'm going to go to lab.devry.edu where I can use it. Log on here using the same credentials I use for Canvas. If you don't see Excel here, go into the apps. You'll see Microsoft Office 2019. Make sure you get the 2019 version. And you're not downloading it, you'll just add it to your favorites, and then it'll be on your favorites bar when you get ready to use it. We are actually using it through another server. The software's on another server, so we go log into that server and we're using the program that's on that server. Okay, I'm going to come down to here and open other workbooks and then browse, and I'm going to make sure and point to my local disk C:, not to documents or downloads. Those may not be on my C drive. They may be on the F drive up here. So I'm going to make sure and go and start at C:, and then I have a users folder and I log in as faculty, and now here are my documents. Oops. And actually I needed downloads because I just downloaded it. And I can put them in date order, and that way I can see the newest version. I can check the date and time and make sure that's the folded file that I just downloaded. Then I like to get it out of downloads and actually save it in my class folder. So that's where I'd go to my documents. And put it in my folder for the class for this week. And then I'm going to split screen and put my instructions over here on the left. Not that left. Come on. And then they usually fit together real well here. And I can go through my instructions. And we just completed number 1. Select cell D2 on the data sheet and review the formulas. So we go to Data, D2, and look at the formula. The formula divides calories by time and rounds the results to 3 decimal places. Select cells D2 to D10 and open the Format Cells dialog box. Select the Custom Number tab and build a format to display 3 decimal places. It came up that way by default, so I'm going to use that. Select cell D2. Click the Format Painter. Click the Calorie Tracking tab and paint the format to cells E3 to E33. And for some reason it did D2, but it didn't do the rest of them. Oh, that's not what I want. I turned the paintbrush on, and I don't know why I just noticed that. Then I didn't get it right, and we need to do this again. Okay, so I'm going to go to General, Number. Actually, I'm supposed to be here. Let's try this again. Custom category. Okay, now it's coming up and I can put the 0 in there. And that's good. And then again, I didn't select them all, so I'm going to paint the rest of them. There we go. Now once I got those, now I'm going to select the paintbrush again, come over to calorie tracking, and redo E3 to E33. Okay. Select cell E3 on the Calorie Tracking tab. Start a VLOOKUP function to look up the label in cell C3. Okay, so I'll insert function. If I don't know where it's at, I just type it in and it pulls it up. And we want to look up the label in cell C3. For the array data, use absolute reference to cells A2 to D10 on the data sheet. So I'll click in Table Array and then go to the data sheet and select cells A2 to D10. Notice how that box goes out of your way when you start selecting. It's pretty cool. And then the column index is going to be column 4. for the calories per minute. We'll leave the range lookup argument empty. The results of the VLOOKUP formula is calories per minute for the exercise. And then edit the cell and edit the formula in cell E3 to multiply the results by the number of minutes in cell D3. So I'll just click up here in the formula bar and type times D3. Okay. Copy the formula in cell E3 to E4 to E33. So I'll get the crossbar and come down all the way to the bottom, even though there's no data there, and you'll see the NA. Oh, I know what I did. Sorry, you guys. This needs to be an absolute cell reference. So come in front of D10, and I also need it on A2. And you just hit F4 to get the dollar signs in there. So that way when I copy it, those values stay the same. That's why I had more NAs than I was expecting. There we go. That's what it should look like. Select cells C3 to C33 and set data validation to use the list of activity names on the data sheet. Do not use an input message or an error alert. All right, so we'll go to data, the data tab, data tools group, and click the drop down and select data validation. And then we want to allow a list. And our source is the list of activity names from the data sheet. We're on to number 10. Select the calorie tracking sheet. Okay, I'm on it. And delete the data in cells A3 to D23. No, do not ask me why. I just do what they tell me to do. Select cells B3 to B33. And set data validation to use a date that is less than or equal to today. Okay, so again, data tab, data tools group, data validation. Instead of any value, we'll pick a date. Instead of between, we want it less than or equal to. And the end date is today as a function. And Apparently I need an equal in front of that. And those are two parentheses, and open and close parentheses, nothing in between. Oops. Include a stop error alert. So error alert, stop. We want the title to be check date. And we want the error message to say date must be today or in the past period. And click OK. Number 12, select cells A3 to D33. Remove the locked cell property. Okay, so I'll go to Home, Format Group, and come down and click on Lock Cell. That should unlock it. And select cell A3 to position the insertion point. Display the Developer tab on the ribbon and click the Data Worksheet tab. So to display the developer, you'd right-click up here and customize the ribbon. And then make sure you have a check mark by the developer under Main Tabs. Then select the Data Worksheet tab, and now you should see Developer up here. Draw a combo box control to cover cell F8. Okay, I know I did this. This is on Developer. And we want to insert. This is the combo box form control. So I select that, and then it gives me crosshairs, and I'm going to use those to mark cell F8. Now that we have it drawn, we want to open the Format Control dialog box by clicking on Properties. Select cells G8 to G11 for the input range. And it does look like they're using the absolute value there. It's kind of hard to tell, but that's longer than G8, and it looks like it's got $signs in it. So I'll do G8, G11, F4. And then this one is just F8. Okay. Deselect the control and then select second from the control. The linked cell is under the control and hidden from view. Click the Hospital Seminars tab and select cell D4. It is centered across the selection, so even though we're typing here, it's centered across the selection. Start a concatenate function. Again, if I don't know where it's at, I come here and type it in. It pulls it up for me automatically. Use the index function with the first arguments list as the text1 argument. Okay, so I click in text1, come up here and do index. Okay. And then for the array, we want text1, but that's not all that's saying. Choose cells G8 to G11 on the data sheet for the array argument. So I'll click in the array box, go to the data sheet, and they want G8 to G11. Oops, that's wrong. G8 to G11. And if you want to see these pictures better, you can actually open them in a new tab and it comes up, and then you can really almost see what's written in there. Keeps doing that, sorry. I won't jump back anymore. So we're data G8 colon G11, and then for the row number, we have to click back on data and go to F8. Yeah, I did that twice. So do that again. And since the array is only one column, we don't need a column number argument. Okay. Click between the two ending parentheses in the formula bar to return to the concatenate argument and type the comma to move to the text2 box or text2 argument. And if we just like using the other box, we can hit insert function. And there we go. It's back into my index function. That's not where it wanted me. It wanted me on my concatenate function. Okay, so why is that? Oh, that is it. Okay. For text 2, we're going to press the space bar and then type quarter. And we're going to spell it right. Because if you don't, it don't work. Format cell D4. Okay, so I'm going to OK that one and finish with it. You'll notice here it says second quarter, which is what I have selected over there. Notice it's over here, even though I'm over here. So I'll select cell D4 again, go to home. I'm going to make it 16 point and bold and italic. Select the data sheet. Select third from the combo box. Return to hospital seminars. And notice here now we're on third quarter. Select cells D4 and cells D6 through D10 on the hospital seminar sheet. So hospital seminars. D4. And then I hit and hold down Control and do D6 to G10. Nope, something didn't work there. Those would be selected. Okay, so I hold down Control and mark D6 to D10. G10. It still doesn't look like it's working. So let me do that backwards. I'm going to select that part, hold down Control. I know how this works. It's just not working. Not sure why. Hold down Control. All right, there we go. Notice how this state's selected and that's selected now. And we'll go under Format Cells and Lock Cell. Delete the contents of D6 to G10. D6 to G10. No, I don't know why. And then select cell D6. Here we're going to run an accessibility check. So we'll go to the File menu, check for issues, check accessibility. Notice it brings up these two pictures, calorie tracking and hospital seminar. So one's on each sheet. It's the logo. So I'll double click on picture. Actually, no, I'm supposed to hit the drop down and say add description. And our description is Hamilton Civic Center logo. Oh, that's why it didn't dinged me yesterday. I didn't type logo at the end of that. Okay, and we're done with that one. So I'll do the same thing for the other one. Hamilton Civic Center logo. And if you just want to make sure you got them right, you can run the check again. As long as it doesn't bring up those two pictures again, we're good. Select cells D6 on the hospital seminar tab. Hold down the control key and go to the calorie tracking sheet and select cell A3. Actually, no, don't hold down control yet. Select that one, do calorie tracking, then hit control, and then do A3. Don't ask me why, please. This one was full of them. Usually I know why I'm doing things. Here it didn't. Protect the hospital and seminar sheet and the calorie tracking sheet, both without passwords. I'm going to right click on Hospital Seminars tab and protect sheet. No password. And I'll do the same thing to calorie tracking. No password. Save and close the workbook. Alright, I've got mine saved. I'm going to come back up and see if I did any better today. Yesterday, I was not having a good day. Oh, much better than yesterday. Okay, so I did something when I selected that range. It was working, so I'm not sure what I did wrong. The incorrect input range. I don't know. I thought that was what I put, G8, G11. In fact, I selected it, G8 to G11. And then F8. Was the cell link. So I'm not sure what happened there. In fact, now I don't have it locked. It must be because I got the other ones locked. It won't even bring up my regular properties. But again, it looks like I'm clicked on. G8 to G11. I only got one of them marked. I should have paid better attention to that. So they're both supposed to be absolute? Yeah, they should both be absolute. All right. Well, I hope that helped you with the week 6, project 7-6. If you have any problems or need any assistance, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you, and I hope you're having a great week 6.